What's good? What's good? Speaking the real, Mr. Go Get It here, aka Carlton Clarity, Senior. Let's get that together, Senior. I said I was gonna stay away from this situation that happened here in Lake City, Columbia County, on Easter. And the reason why, because there's a lot of people that's on both sides that I have a relationship with in a certain way. Um, I say that because of this. After seeing what the sheriff Kitchens put up there on, I guess, his response to whatever happened, because I wasn't there, and I'm not gonna act like I was there. But I have been in Columbia County the majority of my life since 1975. If I'm talking correct number, 1975. I've been here, in and out, but I've been here. The response that he gave, um, I'm not trying to get at him, but the way he wrote that was kind of inconsistent with what actually happened at the park, because everybody's so focused on the park when nothing happened at the park. From the recollection, what I got from the nothing happened at the park. So why is the park being a target in the sheriff's actual response, when actually the sheriff is the one that came with the army looking vehicles and the tactical gear, from what I was told, because I wasn't there, but this is what I was told. The sheriff came with that. So automatically anybody that's in the area, I don't care what color you are, anybody that's in that area, the first thing they gonna think is, oh, it's something fixing to go down. So you already come with their appearance, because everybody that's human goes on sight. They goes on what they can hear. They goes on what they can touch. They go on what they can see. That's what they go on. So when you come in with tactical gear, automatically, okay. But that happened at the park. But still, there was no altercation at the park. And from what, even in y'all reports, there was no arrest made. So why is the park still a target when actually you guys went in a whole nother area where there was black businesses operating or trying to get ready to operate from the atmosphere that was coming from the park? That's where the altercation, what actually, and honestly, what the community is really asking. Because the simple fact is, okay, you came to the park, you piled up there and looked like it was Afghanistan, which we understand. Cool. Nothing happened. Why the aggressiveness when we get to where the black business owners are getting ready to set up and do their business? Like I say, it's you have to go back in your mind, if you know history and if you have read books, if you have studied your own history, you have to go back, and the first thing go to your mind is Black Wall Street. It automatically goes there, because that's what most is target, the economy. Because if you have no money, you have no say so. If you have no land, you have no say so. I know this. Like I said, I didn't want to get in this, but honestly, I know this. And I know the history of Lake City, and I know the history of Columbia County. And y'all are repeating it all over again. I've been in the streets since Steve Spradley, before he went on the run. I've been here as a jet. I was here before Trammell got here, which kitchen started with Trammell. Come on, I was here, man. I've had run in with you guys. Militant, straight militant, and nothing but militant. Hey, and it's understandable when you are in that lifestyle. So I understood it when I was in that lifestyle. I truly did. But when my kids are out there, my kids are nowhere near the lifestyle I was in, except the music business. Except the music business. My kids are nowhere in the lifestyle I was in. And then they see y'all come in tactical gear that I've never seen y'all come in when I was out there in the streets. But I knew y'all was militant, y'all was forming it then. Now you're using it all over again. And that's wrong. Honestly, everybody around here preach Christ. Everybody around here preach God. Everybody around here preach love and community and love, this, here, that, there. Everybody's preaching that. But nobody's showing it in the physical form. And to say that the leaders of our community should be denouncing the violence. We've been denouncing violence since we've been here. We've been denouncing violence on ourselves. We've been denouncing violence from you guys. We've been denouncing violence from people that don't like us the way we look. We've been denouncing violence we've been denouncing violence. But there was no violence on Easter. So what is there to denounce? Besides the violence that you guys show? I guess you telling them that they need to get together and denounce the violence that you guys show. From what I'm hearing, no civilian shot tear gas or whatever y'all shot. So where the violence at? That's all I'm saying. I truly didn't want to get in this, but man, y'all is really showing exactly what's being shown. If the people that have a mind for themselves and have a little bit of history of how this thing go in Columbia County, how it's been going, they'll see it. Because I see it. I just don't say nothing. And the reason I don't say nothing because I've already been called violence by Columbia County and Lake City. I've already been called a violent person. So when I open my mouth, all people can see or hear or think is violence because that's what they've been trained. Just like what we've been trained all our lives to say whatever we've been saying for the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. However long you've been here. It's something that you heard and you just believed it. The thing that you didn't believe, you exiled that out of your mind and let it go on somewhere else. So I've been called violence. So I keep my mouth shut. But no, man. I'm not going to keep my mouth shut when I see the banana in the tailpipe. And I'm just speaking the real.
What am I to do when they spraying lies, but this is the truth? I ain't gonna post, ain't finna hate on your growth, but they gon' hit my side in the booth. Somebody lied to me too.